to the tea table. We continue looking at Crown Zenith. When the set comes out Thursday/Friday, I will be taking some of these decks into games to see how they go. But for now, we are just going to look at cards and see how they might look in a little theory crafting. Today, we're going to look at Zacian VSTAR that you see on your screen here. New card from Crown Zenith, like I said. 200 for 3. It's much like Duraludon VMAX. It is not affected by anything on your opponent's Pokemon, which is actually pretty cool. And then the V-Star Power, one of those a game. 310 for 4, it does 32 itself. So 310 is obviously going to get you that big knockout. You might need out of nowhere to get your opponent, and take the lead and pretty much seal the game. I mean, you can knock out like a Duraludon VMAX because we got Choice Belt and even Eternatus as well. So we're going to look at the rest of the deck, see what gets it going and let you do stuff. So we're going to go to our first Pokemon here, which is going to be Mew from the Celebration set. This guy pretty cool. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's active, you may look at the top of your deck, take an item, put it in your hand. So if you notice your deck is a lot of items to get going, so it's really good. You got Switch and Air Balloon too, so you can do more than one Mew on your first turn. It's kind of just to get you going. It's like your starter Pokemon, like if you're playing Lost Box, it would be Comfy. Kind of a thing. There are 3 of those. I wanted 4, but I did cut one so we could play Diancie here from Astral Radiance. So this Pokemon is your active spot. Whenever your opponent plays a supporter from their hand, prevent all effects done to your bench-based Pokemon. So you might need a turn or 2 to set up Zacian. And obviously, Escape Rope gets around it, but that's okay if they don't have one. They can't Boss or Serena. It just lets you stall enough to hopefully get enough energy on your Zacian to start attacking. But if you have to attack with it, it does do 20 for 2. And you draw 2 cards. So that is pretty sweet. Next, we got a card all the way. First printed in base set Sword and Shield. So again, one last run here before it rotates. The version you see here is the Trainer Gallery one. But this card was first printed way back in Sword and Shield base set. That will be Zacian V. Once during your turn, look at the top 3. Attach a number of metal energy cards to this Pokemon. You put the other cards in your hand. If you use this ability, you turn in. So, at the worst, you get to draw 3 cards. And if you play Zacian any time ever, at the best, you're attaching 3 metals, and your opponent's like, that's crazy. That's not good for me. Then it does Brave Blade, 230, and it can attack next turn. Not really big of a deal. You have enough switch cards. You can also play Cross Switcher if you want. In other builds, you could take out the tracking shoes from here and put in Cross Switchers. But you're going to do 230, 260 with Choice Belt. You just want to super attack as fast as you can. So you have the Diancie. You get to Intrepid Sword a couple times, put some metals on. Evolve. I thought about Memory Capsule. So Zacian VSTAR could use Brave Blade as well, but I don't know if that'll be needed. We will find out, I guess, when I start playing this game. Then we got the Zacian VSTAR, as I said. And then we got the Crobat V, obviously. When you play this card from your hand on your bench, you may draw a card to say you have 6. Okay, has more than one turn. And it looks cool. Then we got Galarian Meowth here. You must discard 2 cards from your hand or the use ability. Search for the Berserker, reveal it, and put in your hand. Now what does that Berserker do? Your Metal Pokemon's attacks do 20 more to your opponent's active, so a Choice Belt on your Brave Blade. That's 280. Even if you got Berserker going on Zacian VSTAR, that's enough to knock out a Mew if they have Oricorio in play as well. So it's pretty cool, and it lets you do Break Edge to 20. Could get through or knock out like Gagudra turn 2 or, Lugia. Gets you a pretty good attack going, so you don't have to use the regular V and not be able to attack the next turn. Then we got Manaphy, obviously prevent all damage on your bench. Gotta have that. We got the Radiant Greninja, one of those in your deck. Discard metals, combos with our Metal Saucer. Let's just draw cards. Beautiful, beautiful things. Then we got the supporters here. We got the 4 research. Obviously discard your hand. Draw 7. We got 2 Boss's orders. Bring up whatever you want there. We got a Serena. I debate if I want one, but I mean it draws cards too, so discard up to 3 cards. Draw and say you have 5, or bring up a V. We got a Raihan, because sometimes you might get one shot and you need to recover immediately, so you Raihan, search for what you're missing, and then like Saucer, attach for turn, or whichever part, and get going. Then we got the Silene. You could probably just put in a Marnie or a Roxanne for this. Realistically, as right now, you really have no way to keep Lost Box in check. But that's just because it's a first draft, remember that? So, you know, Marnie, pretty good if you can fit it in your deck. Obviously, for that specific deck. Flip 2 coins, put a number of cards equals the number of heads on top of your deck. So you can put Metal Saucers back or anything you might need to get going. Let's say you had to discard your Berserker turn 1, you know, and you need it back right now because you're going to draw with Greninja or something. So it does combo with Greninja, put a card on top, draw 2, get those cards. Hopefully you get 2 heads, unlike me. Then we got 4 Quick Ball, 2 Ultra Ball, obviously help get your Pokemon, and your Junior Disco Ball. 4 Tracking Shoes, look at the top card of your deck. You can put in your hand or discard it, and if you discard it, you just draw the next card. I just wanted cards to get more through the deck. You can't do the cross switcher thing. You could, you can put whatever you want. This is kind of like a flex spot. It's not needed, but it just could be like, oh, you know, I get it with Mew and keep going, stuff like that. Then we got 4 Metal Saucer. Attach a Metal Energy card from your discard pile to one of your bench metal Pokemon. Pretty good there. Helps power up out of nowhere. It's like Dark Patch. So it just helps you keep going. I mean, you like double Metal Saucer attach. Oh, I'm attacking. You can do it turn 1. Definitely a thing you can do turn 1. I've done it before. We got 3 Switch. Another 3 Switch because your attack doesn't let you attack, and you got the Mew. So you might want to do more than one each turn for the Mews. And obviously, if Zacian doesn't get knocked out, you want to attack again next turn. So you switch into Mew, use that ability, retreat, attack, bop, easy. We got 3 Pokegear because you can get your Pokegear to get your supporters. So I didn't want to play Luminion because I had the Crobat already. So Mew, if it hits the Pokegear, can let you look for that supporter. That's a card you can drop a Trekking Shoes for. If you wanted to go with 4 Pokegears. We got the 2 Air Balloons. Mostly for Mew / Diancie. But I'll see if anything gets stuck. It's good there. Or if you get in a loop where you got to retrieve your Zacian and Zacian, attach it there, treat for free. We got the 2 Choice Bud, obviously. Got to hit those V Pokemon. Get them out of here fast as you can. We got the 2 Training Court. Combos with your Greninja. Draw your 2, get the energy back, attach. Metal Saucer, profit. We're moving on. And finally, we have the 10 Metal Energy. So Zacian, I wanted to build Zacian because I love Zacian V. So I want to build a V-Star. I've seen a lot of it with Lost Box stuff, obviously, because you can play, there's a new Zamazenta that does 220 if your Pokemon was knocked out last turn. So being able to, you know, Mirage Gate like thing, because you'd run it like Dialga, where you'd have like 3 or 4 water for Greninja and all that cool stuff. I've seen with Bronzong, I want to do a Bronzong build. Bronzong lets you move your metals, so you can easily switch between your Zacians, possibly play some Cheryl shenanigans. Heal and attack, that's pretty cool. I'm also thought about Memory Capsule, like I said. There's also a tool in the new set, I can't think of the name right now. Basically, it says if your basic V knocks out their V-Star or V-Max, you take an extra prize. So I was like imagine, like, it's just hard because you have to run Leon because you can't Choice Bell because it's a tool. So you have to, like, try that on a different thing because you could like Leon, Berserker, 280 RCs, take 3 prizes. You know what I mean? Or one of those things would knock out your Mew, take 4, you know, that kind of stuff. But it could be on a basic V, so probably not one I'll be doing just because I gotta do the Leon and stuff, and I like Choice Bell because it's so much easier. Because until Scarlet and Violet comes out, you can get it with Mew. So, with that being said, this was just a quick deck profile. Get stuff going. I can't wait for the cards to get online. I just want to play some games with these. Got to get some Eternatus in here. Like, got to get Zacian. I got a few more decks I want to do. So I'll try to make better uploads this week. I'm also working on thumbnails, as you saw for the thumbnail for this video. I'm just trying stuff and we're seeing what's happening. But that's some cool Zacian stuff. This is the Tea Table. I'm Josh Shatter. Like, subscribe. Let me know below your favorite card from Crown Zenith. Good or bad, doesn't matter. Favorite art, I don't care. And I'll see everybody next time on the Tea Table.